Hello folks, and welcome to my review of The Dark Knight Rises. I just saw the midnight showing of it, and wow, what a conclusion to Christopher Nolan's Batman trilogy. This was great, and it kind of changes the feeling of trilogies. Usually the third one's the worst one, mind you, like the Spider-Man one, but this one wasn't. To me, I'm going to try to keep this short because I don't want to spoil anything. There's a lot of twists in this movie that I think add to the overall enjoyment of it. So I'm going to try to keep this spoiler-free. Now let's start off with Batman himself. This is set 8 years after the events of The Dark Knight. And I think Bruce Wayne's character was, stayed true. I think Christian Bale's interpretation of Bruce Wayne is the best one on film. However, I never liked really his Batman. This one, I think he finally nailed it. It was really solid. The voice his voice, as Batman. You could understand him. It didn't feel cheesy. It didn't feel forced. And above all else, you can understand him. Speaking of things that you can't understand, Bane's voice. It wasn't bad. You could totally tell that they changed the voice around so you could understand it better. To me, there were some lines that I couldn't really pick up, but he didn't really have some dire dialogue that you really needed to understand in those certain points, because I got what he was saying. So maybe after the long period of time that the movie has, because this movie's like for 3 hours, it feels like, you start to understand what he's saying. They kind of stay true to Bane with some core aspects. There's no Venom in here. He's not Latino. They do change some things about him. I'm not going to get into detail with it. You're going to just have to see the movie. Catwoman, however, was very comic book accurate, and I think this was the best interpretation on film of Selina Kyle. I can't just say the best interpretation of Catwoman because she's never called Catwoman in this. But that's a small nitpick that didn't change anything. It's more realistic. Why would you call yourself Catwoman? The cast, all in all, was really good. And you're probably wondering, who was a better villain? Was it Bane, or was it like the Joker or Scarecrow in the whole Nolan universe? Bane is not as good as the Joker. The Joker stole the show for The Dark Knight. And I believe in this movie, Bane wasn't stealing the show. He was a very menacing villain, but he didn't steal the show. Selina Kyle did. I think that was the best character in the whole movie. I liked how she wasn't a hero or bad guy, kind of like in the comic books or even in the last, Batman game. The only big nitpick that I don't think really affects the score, seeing that I saw this at 12 o'clock, so that could have made it feel longer. This movie is extremely long. They could have trimmed it down a little bit. They tied up all loose ends from the previous two movies. And just wow. A lot of cool homages to the fanboys out there. And if you're a Batman fan, you will not be disappointed. I know a lot of people will probably think The Dark Knight is still a better movie, but to me, I think this one kind of surpassed it all in all. And mind you, this was the ending, and they gave us a big ending. I have to give The Dark Knight Rises a 5 out of 5. Yes, all three of the major superhero summer blockbusters for the year of 2012 have been getting 5 out of 5s from me. But I will tell you this, to make it a little higher on the ratings, I think it was better than The Avengers, and I think it was better than The Amazing Spider-Man. That's just me. I think the storytelling was, bar none, the best I've seen all year, to this point at least. So let me know in the comments below what your favorite movie this year was. Was it, Avengers? Was it Amazing Spider-Man? Or was it The Dark Knight Rises? I could see valid points for all of these films being your favorite. So don't fight in there. And while you do that, take care, and I'll see you guys at the movies.